Guys, here at The Tonight Show, we like to spotlight musicians that we think have something special but might not be getting the attention that they deserve. It's time for Tomorrow's Stars Today. Our guest tonight is a singer-songwriter promoting his new album on an independent label called Hometown Crowd. Please welcome Johnny Miles Biter. Hi, how you doing, bud? Nice to see you, bud.
Doing pretty good, Jimmy. I really want to thank you for making a space and holding the light the way you do.
Wow. Of course.
Yeah, nobody holds the light the way you do.
Thanks for being here. You know, I got to say, I love new talent, and I want to talk about your songs.
Man, that's great. Did you build this desk? A man should be able to build his own desk. Look, when I write songs, the way I look at it is this. It's like, you know,
what?
They're not as much like songs, but they're vibrations that come in from the universe, and they just go in me.
Yeah. That sounds mysterious.
Yeah, no. Yeah, all right. Well, it's cool. I mean, my songs are just happenings, right? They're happenings that happen to me, and if they happen to rhyme, well, that's good.
Well, that's great. Would you like to share one of your songs for all of us, maybe?
Hey, not at all. No, I mean it in the way of like, yeah, definitely. No, I'm really happy to do that, okay? Thank you, Jimmy.
There you go, bud.
If it's,
John Miles Biter.
Okay, wow. Well, this one is called Late Night Ride, okay?
Oh, wow.
Caught a hitchhiking ride with a woman one day. She turned on the radio and the radio played a song, this song. She's a super freak, she's super freaking, y'all. Everybody say, the super freak.
Hey, stop. Hold on.
What's going on, man? What's wrong?
What are you doing?
What's the problem, Jimmy? I don't understand.
That's Super Freak. That's Super Freak by Rick James. We can't even clear that.
No, it's not, man. That is what happened. That's a song that came on in her car, and I just wrote about it, man. Come on. What are you doing?
You can't just take a hit song and squeeze it into your song.
How?
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are talking about one of the funniest recurring segments on The Tonight Show, Tomorrow's Stars Today, where Jimmy Fallon spotlights musicians who have something special but might not be getting the attention they deserve. And this week's guest, Johnny Miles Biter, is something special indeed. He is a singer-songwriter from an independent label called Hometown Crowd, and he came on to promote his new album. But there is one small problem. Every single song he plays eventually turns into Super Freak by Rick James. Let me set the scene. Johnny walks out looking like every folk singer you have ever seen at an open MIC night. He is earnest. He is awkward. He thanks Jimmy for holding the light. Nobody holds the light the way Jimmy does. Jimmy is confused but polite. He asks about the songs. Johnny explains that his songs are not really songs. They are vibrations that come in from the universe and go into him. They are happenings that happen to him. If they happen to rhyme, that is good. Jimmy asks him to share a song. Johnny agrees. He starts playing Late Night Ride. The song begins innocently enough. He sings about catching a hitchhiking ride with a woman one day. She turns on the radio. The radio plays a song. This song. And then he starts singing. She's a super freak, she's super freaky, yow. The audience laughs. Jimmy immediately stops him. That is Super Freak by Rick James. We cannot even clear that. Johnny is genuinely confused. He says, No, it is not, man. That is just what happened. That is the song that came on in her car. I just wrote about it. How am I supposed to control the will of the airwaves, dude? Jimmy does not know what to say. Johnny has a point. You cannot control what plays on the radio. But you also cannot just quote a hit song and call it your own. Jimmy gives him another chance. Johnny plays Backyard with Mom. He sings about the last time he saw his mama. They threw her a party in the backyard with lights on the fence. The whole year was so hard. Then Mama sang her favorite song that night. And it went. She's a super freak, she's super freaky, yow. The Roots start clapping along. Johnny yells, Temptations sing. The Roots do the backup vocals. Jimmy stops him again. That is the same song. Johnny is offended. Are you gonna go after my mama's favorite song now, man? Jimmy tries to explain that Johnny is just describing different ways he has heard super freak. Johnny insists that it is his life. You cannot tell a guy what he can write inside a song, even though that thing happened to him and then he had a guitar nearby. The argument escalates. Johnny says he entered this world from his mama. Jimmy says he works here. This is his show. He is here every night. He is trying to give Johnny a chance. And he thinks Johnny is abusing the privilege a little bit. Johnny calms down. They apologize. Jimmy asks if Johnny can play on of the original songs that got him booked on the segment. The one they actually liked. Johnny agrees. He plays Summer Day. He sings about remembering a summer day when they dropped a coin in a wishing well and felt swell and free. And when that coin hit the water, it sounded like a song they knew. Jimmy begs him not to do it. Johnny starts making sure sounds. Jimmy says, Dude, do not. I am going to freak out. But Johnny cannot help himself. He sings about that song they heard through Mama's screen door. The song they had all heard many, many times before. And the name of that song was She's a super freak, she's super freaky, yow. Jimmy gives up. The Roots join in. The audience is losing it. Jimmy says, All right, we will see you next week on Tomorrow Stars Today. And Johnny says, No, I am the host. That is what I say. He tries to take over the show. The segment ends with Johnny singing Super Freak as the credits roll. What makes this so brilliant is the commitment. The actor playing Johnny Miles Biden never breaks character. He genuinely believes that his songs are original. He genuinely believes that the universe sent him those vibrations. He is not trying to steal Rick James's song. He is just describing what happened. The woman played it on the radio. His mom sang it at her party. The coin in the wishing well sounded like it. He cannot control reality. He can only write about it. And Jimmy is the bad guy for trying to censor his art. This segment is also a perfect parody of a certain type of musician. The earnest folk singer who thinks every mundane thing that happens to him is profound. The guy who thanks the host for holding the light. The guy who asks if you built your own desk because a man should be able to build his own desk. The guy who describes his songs as vibrations from the universe and happenings that happen to him. Everyone knows someone like this. Every open MIC night has someone like this. And Johnny Miles Biden is the funniest possible version of that person. The fact that he keeps coming back to Super Freak is the icing on the cake. It is not a subtle reference. It is not a clever interpolation. It is just the song. Full lyrics. Full chorus. He even does the yow. He even calls for the Temptations. Rick James would be proud. Or maybe he would be confused. Either way, it is comedy gold. Jimmy Fallon is the perfect straight man for this. He is trying so hard to be supportive. He loves new talent. He wants to give Johnny a chance. But he also has a show to run. He cannot let someone perform copyrighted material. He is caught between his desire to be nice and his obligation to follow the rules. And Johnny just will not stop. He cannot stop. The vibrations keep coming. The happenings keep happening. And every happening leads to the same place. Super Freak. So here is my question to you in the comments. Have you ever been to an open MIC night and seen someone like Johnny Miles Biden? And what is your favorite Rick James song? Let me know. I read every single comment. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are building something special here. I will see you in the next one.